Welcome, traveler. Care to join me for a story?
Hello, good evening, and welcome back to episode 2 of Hit Point Hall, season 2. We're so glad you decided to join our players as they venture deep into the bowels of a horrifying, dangerous dungeon. A big tech company! Yeah, it was a goof. I am your friendly dungeon master, Aiden Owen, and before we hop into tonight's episode, listen, let's reacquaint ourselves with the guests of the hall, shall we? And for this episode, I will start on this side of the table.
Hi, my name is Riley. I use she, her pronouns, and I'll be playing Oda Chase Pareka, who also uses she, her pronouns.
And I'll ask for a fun fact this episode from all of you, actually. What is Oda's earliest childhood memory?
Earliest childhood memory?
Yeah.
When she participated in the science fair when she was 3.
Oh, incredible. Formative.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll keep moving on.
Hey, my name is Heron. I use he, him pronouns, and I'll be playing Salieri Salvatore, who also uses he, him pronouns.
Same question to Sal.
Earliest childhood memory? I think it's hanging out with his nonna on a beautiful Boston morning,
Oh,
making some pasta, throwing the tomatoes in the pan. Ooh.
5-year-old Sal throwing massive tomatoes.
Yeah, just chefing it up. It's great.
Incredible. Incredible. We'll keep moving over here.
I'm Matthew. I use he, him pronouns. I'm playing Gil Darby Landon. Gil's earliest childhood memory is climbing up, not big tree, but a big tree, and then falling out and breaking both his legs.
Oh my god. It's your earliest memory?
Yeah. He was
How old is
4 at the time.
Wow.
I
Okay.
feel like your memory should start
still-
earlier than that.
Yeah.
No.
Half of his
fell out of the tree.
Oh, that makes
and
sense. It was a
lost
concussion too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Jack. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing Geneva Dollarhide, who uses she, her pronouns. And I think that her earliest childhood memory is being at an Oscars after party with a bunch of celebrities, but they put her and all of the child actors in a separate room, and just hanging out in there.
Full Nepo baby, Geneva Dollarhide.
Absolutely.
All right, well, after that unhinged intro, let's play some D&D, guys. Quick episode recap before we begin of what happened in the first episode of our campaign. We met our 4 lovely players, Oda Chase Pareka, Salieri Salvatore, Gil Darby Landon, and Geneva Dollarhide, going about their days just as usual, but some interesting things occurred. Oda found herself leaving her class and then stumbling into Ian Harper's office, associate professor at MIT. And then, because of her snooping and nosiness, discovering what appeared to be blueprints of a secret project between MIT and Boston Dynamics. She was furthermore expelled from MIT, and
Expelled. She's working on it.
okay, oh yeah, temporarily.
That's not gonna stick.
And no one, the court of law wouldn't take it. Sal, you went about your day. You was going to your daughter Sophia's soccer game, but you found yourself being contacted by your cousin Tony to go to your underground gambling ring and work on, because you've been exposed by a man who was called Ian Harper, someone who'd been gambling at your ring for some time.
That fudging guy.
I appreciate your restraint. We get one F-bomb, we're going to save it. Gil, you went to work after waking up in the common and came back to find the tree you live under being destroyed and soon to be replaced by a cyber tree by the CEO of Boston Dynamics, Ian Harper.
The way it goes.
She gets around. And Geneva went about her day with her children, Whiskey and Marigold, before finding out that her wife's company, Aphrodite, was being fully absorbed under an acquisition from Boston Dynamics and Ian Harper.
They bought it for less than Twitter.
They bought it for less than Twitter. And isn't that
Disgusting.
sad?
It
Doesn't
is.
that hurt? Yeah, Aphrodite is acquired. And we pick up now. You guys all found your way to the church after being contacted by a mysterious voice in the back of your heads who turned out to be Theo Sanspur, a traveler from another world, who you found out was trying to stop Ian Harper from getting to her world, using the magic items you now possess holding in your hands that are hers, that they were taken from her. And he is trying to use the portal that Oda found blueprints of in his office to access that world and do who knows what in there. But as you all talked with Theo and were asked to go to Boston Dynamics and stop this from happening tonight, you saw Theo's life cut short at the end of a pistol by Ian Harper. Rest in peace, never forgotten.
Gone too soon.
By Ian Harper. And you all witnessed the last words of Theo Sanspur, run, as you all exited the Church of the Covenant. Dashing, and we pick up here now. Rain pelts down onto the pavement as you sprint through Newberry Street. People look around and turn. It's not a busy day on Newberry, but Newberry's always a little bit busy. So you're moving through pedestrians at lightning pace. You look back behind you, you see the church door still swinging open and closed. You hear mad laughing from Ian Harper. Rain and storm pelts down on you, and you book it. Is anyone going anywhere specific, or just trying to find shelter?
I was gonna run to my car, which is open to the rest of the group.
Are you all coming together?
I think I ran behind you. Yeah, I was like,
I think I drove there too. I think.
So incredible. We jump cut from this horrifying pelting rain running through like murder behind you to a scene where the four of you are sitting in the back of a Tesla just looking at each other covered and soaked in rain and looking at each other in disbelief in the back of Geneva's Tesla.
Who laughs like that in real life?
Who? Did she just get shot?
Yeah.
I can't have seen a murder and run from a crime scene.
Calm
That's
down.
a felony. I'm losing my
Listen,
reputation.
alright.
What am I supposed to do?
You never
You
seen
hear
a dead body
police sirens. You hear police sirens far down.
It'll be okay. No one can place us at the scene of the crime.
Just keep your head low, keep your
Yeah.
head down. You'll be all right, okay?
I've never had to run from anybody, let alone the police. So I don't know if this is necessarily the most enjoyable day for me right now, guys.
honey, you
I
better
don't
get
know.
your track shoes on. Come on, we gotta start running though, right? We got places to be.
I got a place we can stay.
Where?
The Common.
No.
Well, that is
No, I
an
am gonna.
exposed
Okay,
location
there's a
that
big
is
tree.
full of police a lot of the time.
There's a big tree. Oh, wait.
Was it your whole thing that
Not
Big Tree
the
isn't
big
there
tree.
anymore?
Yeah, I forgot for a second. I'm sorry, guys.
And once again, it is just a big tree.
But we can climb it, the leaves. They'll keep you covered.
Okay.
Listen, I would offer up my place. It's a beautiful home, but my kids are there. I'm not getting them involved.
Oh my god, my kids. I feel like they're getting bullied right now.
But who?
Explain.
It's a prestigious school with a lot of other rich kids, and I feel like now that news is spreading, people might not like my kids anymore.
Okay. As
Might be falling down the social ladder at school. It's really important that they stay on top.
That's a
They are
really
four.
valid concern.
I know.
listen,
As someone who was
difficult-
bullied in elementary school,
Yeah.
it really
Only in elementary school?
and middle and high school
Okay, that
and
makes
And
more
college.
sense. Yeah.
I was there.
and maybe
And
all
now,
that.
as an unemployed adult who is not going to college anymore.
No. He's an associate professor. I can live in a little bit of denial about that.
Well, listen, all right. I think we got bigger problems to fry right now. As much as I appreciate that must be difficult for you and your children. Let's
And my wife might be dead.
Okay.
That seems
okay.
more prescient. to
Okay.
me.
You're like really smart. So
Thank you.
like, can we just unpack the fact that she just said the multiverse is real and that spoke in through our heads and now we have to deal with that? And I think that might actually paralyze me more than the fact that I just saw a murder.
Okay, just don't think about it. Compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Think about it, and then put that thought in a little box. Right? Is it in the box? Oda, is it in the box?
It's in the box. Man.
Okay, and then you carry that box way to the back of your brain. This is what I tell my kids.
That explains a lot.
And you
actually.
shove it in the darkest corner.
We cut to therapy in 10 years. And they're like, yeah, I just don't know what happened. I mean, I thought she was a good parent.
And then it's fine.
If you say so.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh my god, what
Alright.
about these things? I'm gonna pull out my little magic item.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Wait a second. We got hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold on a sec.
I think you said magic, but then she got shot. And I feel like this is just me. If you're magic, you probably don't get shot.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Unless it's an arrow, and then I think we're fine.
I think
Arrows
if you're
defy
magic, any
anything?
projectile should be easy. Just get rid of it.
You can magic it.
Yeah.
Well,
Truly,
maybe she wasn't magic, but she like did magic. Like
Maybe she was magic, but she was really bad at it.
I cannot tell you how little thought I've put into the possibility of magic. Frankly, to be honest, I've been refusing to react to it because, what the hell, It just I don't know what to say to it. I've just kind of been trying to roll with the punches, but
Right. Should we be driving somewhere?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's a good?
I can sneak you guys in the library.
Absolutely not.
Holding, Gil, holding these items in your hand, make me just a raw wisdom check.
Ooh, 5.
Oh,
Here's what I'm gonna give you on this. On a 5.
darn.
I'm gonna say you don't. You remember you're thinking back to 5 is gonna be animated. You're thinking back to what Theo said to you in their final moments. You remember she said, "Go to Boss Dynamics, take these items, keep them away." You don't know how to activate your item. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it's a stick. That's cool. It's got like carvings on the side. It looks like that's rad. But all you know is to like go to this place and like big tree, man. What's gonna happen to Big Tree?
I think we do have to check out. Okay, listen. All right. Okay, listen. I have a deal I can make with all of you. I have a place we can go. It's a real place, like a house with walls and a roof, and we can hide out there. No one would ever suspect I'm gonna be there. But we do have to swing by the common first really quick just to check on Big Tree. It's on the way.
Okay. That seems like not a bad deal.
Yeah.
But like,
I feel like we have more pressing matters.
you're told to
that-
run.
Yeah, we were told to run to Boston Dynamics.
That's true.
Yeah. I
What if we
mean,
go to Baleston Dynamics?
I don't think we're
Boston
ready.
Dynamics.
Boston
Boston Dynamics.
I think we need a minute to just like recuperate and figure out a plan of attack.
Do you want me to turn on like a guided meditation?
I think that would be lovely, actually. But I think of all of us, we're all compromised.
Like-
I feel like our whereabouts are generally known. We have places, and deeds and stuff. We've done things above board enough.
Yeah.
Don't sue me.
And I
But
feel like we
I
need
think
to remember.
Gil is a wild card here, and I
That's
think
true.
that he's gonna get us to a place that might be off the map a little bit. That's
true.
Emphasis on the card.
Huh?
I feel like we need to remember that yes, Ian Harper is bad. Yes, he did just ruin our lives. Well, your lives. I'm fine.
You seem
I just am full of spite. But he also did just kill someone in cold blood in somewhere that probably has security cameras.
911.
And I feel like that's a point for us.
Why not be law-abiding citizens? Why not do the right thing? Why not run? Why are we running from the crime scene? Why don't we just let men know what's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
We're running from the crime scene because we're following a dying woman's last wish. The cops can't fault us for
Now
that.
that I think about it, that doesn't feel like the smartest thing to do.
You guys turn and hear a rapping on your window, Geneva, and you see
I rolled down the window.
an older-looking man in a cop's uniform go, "Ma'am, got a ticket for this vehicle?
Do you need my license?
It's a Friday. You can't park here. It's churches. You can't park here.
You can't park at a church?
Well, you can't park on the side of the. You're horizontal in traffic.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
Your car fully is like diagonal in the street. It is completely blocking.
Sorry,
the
we
sky.
had a long day.
Oh, okay. Well, what can I help?
So have you been inside the church recently?
No, I don't go to church.
Okay. That's fine. Anyway, there's a dead body in there.
I'll be right back. And he turns around, and you see 18 cops going to church.
I floor it.
Okay,
the crime
peeling out of Newberry Street. Where are you going? To Boston Dynamics or?
We're going to
I feel like you
Gil.
gotta go to
Gil, where are we going?
Go to the common.
Okay.
I don't know the address.
We're actually still stopping here. No, we need to go.
That's part of
I
the
don't even know
deal.
the address.
You keel through Newberry Street and down to the Common off Arlington. Where are you trying to take them?
My parents' house.
Oh my god, I didn't
You
realize.
swing by your parents' house, and you see the lights are off.
They might not be home, or they could be asleep.
It is around 8 o'clock right now.
They could be asleep. They're early risers, but probably not home because it is 8 o'clock.
What, do they have like a social life?
Yeah, they're socialites.
So you're not like we can't. Why? What's the concern about your parents not being home?
I'm just scared because then it goes from them letting me into me breaking into their house, and they might press charges. We're not on good terms, but that means I don't have any qualms with breaking into their house.
You know what?
And I'm gonna throw a rock.
Stone shatters. You climb in the window. What are you getting from the house?
Food, first of all.
Tote bag. Just start throwing food. You've got food in there. What else do you need?
Phone charger.
Phone charger.
What else do you guys want? I got food and phone charger. 2 Fs.
You see two piles in the corner that has like cardboard and it says Gil's stuff, and there's a pile of Twinkies and then a pile of assorted phone chargers. Those are the two things you see in the Gil pile.
I basically got anything, but you guys, I think
You
we're
have-
okay.
Listen, do you got some burner phones? You know?
Do you
No.
have any?
No, I don't keep burner phones.
What are all of these chargers for?
My regular phone that I don't have one anymore.
Why do you have so many different chargers for it?
I had a lot of different phones. I kept losing them.
Gil, are you telling me that you have? I would estimate 15 to 20 chargers for no phone at this point.
Yeah.
Is that what you?
Then why did you grab one to take with you?
Do you guys not have phones?
Speaking of phone, Geneva, you get another news alert on your phone that says that Ian Harper has scheduled a press conference for tonight in the Boston Common, and it's scheduled for about 2 hours from now.
Okay, so he's gonna be out of
Boston Dynamics.
exactly.
Boston Dynamics. So we have 2 hours.
I think that's our chance. We got 2 hours to get there.
Yes.
I don't know
I
what we do.
don't
I
even-
don't know what we're
I
looking
don't
for.
even know
What are we looking for?
What? Yeah. Where do we begin with all of this? All right. I think I don't hate the idea of going to Boston Dynamics and following the Magic Lady's last
I
words. but,
never
like,
thought I'd miss a voice in my head.
That's a really interesting thing to say, Oda.
It was bold, but I like the energy we have right now.
Let's move it.
I think this is good.
So what do we do for these 2 hours?
I just grab as much as we can. Maybe destroy some stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You live in Beacon.
Vandalism's not necessarily the best thing to do, but I don't know. I trust the multiverse person more than.
Oda, make me a flat intelligence check, and I'll say you can make it an advantage. Actually, this will be a history check. Excuse me. A history check.
Not 20.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's awesome.
You immediately connect all the dots I've been trying to get you to connect. There is
Oh, thank God.
immediately. You remember the blueprints that were on his desk
Yeah.
at MIT, and you immediately remember that project.
Yeah.
You remember Theo name dropping Project Transpose.
Okay.
You don't. I don't remember if I said that in the episode. I'm gonna say I did.
Okay.
Because I think it's important I do say it. You remember seeing that name on the blueprints in Ian's office.
Say the name again.
Project Transpose.
Project Transpose. You got it.
And you remember seeing that in the Boston Dynamics memo as well.
Okay.
And that being the blueprint for what looked like some sort of, and within that 20, you know the meaning of transpose is to move from one location to another.
Interesting. And it looked like. Do I remember what it looked like? It looked like a snow globe, right? Yeah.
It was a small scale snow globe, basically.
Snow globes
Long,
are
kind
small.
of like metallic holder, orb base.
Like how big are we talking? Like
fit in your
did it have so it had scale.
in your
It would fit my
But that was in the blueprints.
Okay. Ooh, there. What are we? That's
Do you
me
tell
thinking
us
noises.
this?
Yeah, I just tell you that. And that was Oda's thinking noise. She doesn't think internally. She thinks in sound.
Beautiful.
Just the ambient scream.
Are you okay?
No, but
Okay.
we have things to accomplish, and if I set my mind to it, I think that we can get it done. And okay.
Great
So
job. Put
we
it in
go
the
there.
box.
Boxes.
Boxes. Beautiful.
We go there. We travel there. We get more information about Project Transpose. They're moving something. What are they moving? Big Tree? What's under Big Tree?
Dirt, roots.
That's a.
I'm
think that was
thinking there's
rhetorical.
probably something else going on there if they felt so inclined. They said they were replacing all the trees, right?
Yeah, cyber tree, metal tree.
There's something fishy about it. There's something fishy about it. Because what world would that actually make sense? Isn't like, I don't know, photosynthesis and creating oxygen, and that all comes from real trees. So I don't know where they're all getting this from. So I don't know. It seems really counterintuitive to everything, like they're trying to kill us all.
Wow.
I know, like,
That
that's
sounds
crazy.
great. Can we destroy this man now? Is that a thing that we can do?
Is that what we decided?
Yeah, let's destroy this man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I am fueled by nothing here other than blind hatred and rage.
We cut from that line to Tesla peeling off the comet. Peeling down to Boston Dynamics.
I have a
And
quick question.
please shoot.
At the end of last session, I texted my lovely wife.
Yes.
Telling her Ian Harper has killed a woman. Have I gotten a
You
response
get
to that?
question mark, question mark, question mark. I believe it. I'll see what I can do, and that's all you get from her.
Great. I hold up my phone and I go, my wife's not dead.
And as you guys are moving to Boston Dynamics, you all figure out what your items do. And I'm going to pass these out now. This is for Riley. Riley, go ahead and read that out loud if you want to.
I do want to. Scholar Specs. Attunement by a college student. A pair of glasses with bright white frames and crystal clear lenses. While attuned to these glasses, you gain advantage on perception, investigation, and insight checks. Oh my god, my investigation is insane.
You got more.
Now. You can also add your intelligence to your initiative rolls. And you cannot be blinded. Lastly, you can use the Scholar Specs to cast legend lore without expanding a spell slot once per day.
This is for
That's baller.
Aaron.
Oh yeah, baby.
Now, these have more text on them, so be a bit quicker with it.
Okay, Wicked Knuckles, attunement by a nice guy. 2 brass rings embedded with onyx gems that glisten with light. You gain advantage on charisma checks while wearing these rings. You can activate these rings as a bonus action, and 3 more rings appear on each hand, forming to make a pair of brass knuckles. While the Wicked Knuckles are activated, you gain the following benefits. The Wicked Knuckles act as a +1 weapon. They deal 1d6 of bludgeoning damage and can be used as monk weapons. You gain resistance to psychic damage and advantage on saving throws to avoid being frightened. You can add your charisma modifier to your AC. That's huge. Lastly, while attuned to the Wicked Knuckles, you can make an offer you can't refuse. As an action, choose a creature within 60 feet of you who can hear you. The creature must make a charisma saving throw that can throw contested by either an intimidation or persuasion check, your choice. The creature has disadvantage on the save if the Wicked Knuckles are activated when you use this feature. If it fails an intimidation check, it is frightened from you for 1 hour or until you move more than 60 feet away from it. If it fails against a persuasion check, it is charmed by you for 1 hour or until you move more than 60 feet away from it. You can use this a number of times equals to your wisdom modifier and regain all uses on a long rest. Oh!
Matthew.
Staff of the Common, attunement by a college dropout. A gnarled walking stick twisted with roots. The stick has various initials carved into it. A, Heart, P, Jared was here, etc. This staff acts as a +1 casting focus. While you are attuned to the staff, you gain the service of a familiar in the form of a common rat, using the Imp stat block. While wielding the staff, you gain extra benefits for your summoning spells. If you summon a swarm of rats using any summoning spell, you can add your proficiency bonus to their AC, saving throws, attack, and damage rolls. When you cast a spell with a range of touch, one of your summoned creatures can deliver the spell as if you had cast the spell. Your summoned creature must be within 100 feet of you, and it must use its reaction to deliver the spell when you cast it. If the spell requires an attack roll, you use your attack modifier for the roll.
Incredible. And Geneva, yours is also a big text block.
It
so
is. I'll try and go fast.
I appreciate it.
Mother's Love, attunement by a mother. A golden necklace with a shiny silver axe pendant hanging from it. When you pull the axe pendant from the necklace, it becomes a large great axe with a ruby hilt and mirrored head. The names of your children and partner are carved into the handle in gold. When wielded, it functions as a +2 great axe. You also gain access to the spell Shield of Faith, no concentration required. You can cast this spell without expending a spell slot twice per long rest. You can also cast this spell using spell slots you have of the appropriate level. I have no spell slots.
And this is the best part.
Yes. Lastly, when a creature hostile to you makes a threat, veiled or otherwise, towards your children or wife, you can activate Mama Bear as a free action. Mama Bear, an enemy has threatened your family, and no one escapes that wrath. You are immediately under the effects of the haste spell. However, under the effects of the haste spell in this way, you must roll a d6 at the start of your turn. On a 5 or 6, you go full Mama Bear. You move to and attack the nearest creature you can see. If no creature is near enough to move to and attack, you attack an object, with preference for an object smaller than itself. You regain control at the end of your turn. You can use Mama Bear once per day.
So you basically get a free haste, but at the start of your turn, you have to roll to not go insane. Those are your powerful magical relics.
Hell yeah.
You are outfitted. Basically, we see a couple things happen. You put these onyx rings on, extending across your hand. You feel powerful in a way you haven't felt powerful in a long time. Oda, your lenses gleam and shimmer with the light as you put them on, and almost like Terminator vision, you look around and you just see more than you've seen before. A swarm about 100-fold of rats follow the Tesla behind it, and climbing through the window and onto your shoulder right here, Gil, is a smaller rat that kind of curls up next to you and kind of chitters around you.
I shall call you Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum, the name of your simulator, which is now canon.
Chris for short.
Chris for short. And Geneva, you feel this necklace. It is heavier than it feels like it would be, and you feel like you could no one's coming in the way of you and your family. And we pull into Boston Dynamics. You look in front. It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock at this point. There's glass doors in front of Boston Dynamics. It's a large, sprawling tech facility. And you guys exit, moving toward it. You don't see any security guards out front, but the doors do look locked.
Okay.
Can I do an insight check to see how, or investigation check to see, what I know about maybe this, lock? If,
Make an investigation check.
yes,
And you'll be making it an advantage because of your glasses.
Yeah. That's going to be a 19.
You recognize this is a classic, just a keycard lock, like they would have in front of our building, basically. And you also recognize that because of the project going on between Boston Dynamics and MIT right now, your old student ID might still be activated. It might still work. Welcome, Oda Chase Pareka. And the doors swing open.
That's
The light stops.
That was
from
so easy.
Darkness has fallen, and the doors are open to Boston Dynamics.
it's wonderful that you did that because
It's-
I was about 2 seconds away from punching the door. So
They do now know that Oda Chase Pareka has entered the building.
this is also true. Maybe I
So-
should have punched the door.
I
Can I still
see.
punch the
But
door?
you know,
You punch glass. I mean,
I feel good about
there's
it.
there's probably be security. They're gonna know no matter what. We'll
Okay.
deal with that.
We're in the building. That's what
We're in the building.
You
I've
all-
been expelled. I'm not freaking out about it at all. I'm doing things I would not normally do.
we all have to
Having-
step out of our comfort zone sometimes.
having a midlife crisis at 19, Oda steps into Boston Dynamics. You all see. First off, everyone make me a group stealth check as you enter this space because security guards are still walking around.
Though, how do I do I just know how to do magic holding this staff?
You get the sense, that's a very good question. As you are holding this staff, you get the sense that you always had kind of an affinity for nature. You get the sense it's quadrupled with this staff, and you could pull off things with this that aren't possible. It's kind of a feeling of whatever I had is now heightened triple-fold. It's not a new skill, it's the skill you had increased by 1 million. And same for you, Oda.
Word.
Stealth checks, go around, starting with Jack.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Well, first of all, I wanted to cast Pass Without Trace.
By all means, you can do that.
God.
You spin the
30.
staff of the common and slam it down, and what happens is there is a nasty, gnarly cloud of like acrid black smoke that smells like cigarette ash and and a little bit of bird poop, and it explodes around you guys and just settles on your shoulders. Everyone gets a +10, making your stealth a 30, making your stealth
15.
making your stealth
I got an 18.
28.
Jeez.
28 now.
invisible in this smoke of nasty city park common ash. You move through the space, and I'm going to break down some stuff out of table talk now.
This is never getting out of my.
Never getting out.
Again,
Geneva,
never
it is
getting out of my
settled.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
it smells.
I think Sal is like, this is home, baby.
You guys are on the executive floor. It's the first floor. You see in front of you in the lobby, you see guards moving, but their flashlights show you the light stops at the cloud, and they just cannot penetrate past the darkness. There is the second floor, which is the research division, and the third floor is engineering. You can see this on like a sign in the front of the lobby. But you are moving through. There are stairs on the right to the research division, and stairs on the left, or a corridor behind the stairs into the executive division.
I'm immediately drawn to the engineering division. That's my go-to. So I'm gonna start making my way. I'm just like, before anybody can even stop me and be like, oh, why don't we go this way? I'm just running. I'm just
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna follow-
my small legs.
I was gonna ask if there was a roll that I could do to figure out which one of these branches probably has what we're looking for.
Make me just a flat wisdom roll, because
Okay.
I like this. This is kind of a common sense. Or you can make intelligence. Either whichever one you think Ginny would be using right now.
Okay. 15.
You get the sense that executive would have a lot of information on like the employees and maybe Ian Harper. Engineer would have a lot of information on Project Transpose. Research would have a lot of information on Project Transpose, and engineering would have. You're not sure.
Okay. Do we want to destroy that old man?
I'm scurrying.
Okay, let's go.
I'm scurried.
I'm following Odin's.
You guys are going to engineering.
Or no, you're going to engineering.
Yeah.
I changed.
Do you guys
I
wanna-
want to go to executive.
I want to go to executive.
Okay.
I'll go to engineering.
Okay, executive engineering. We're gonna take this floor at a time. Executive division first. I love when a party splits. Sal.
No.
What an interesting.
I saw you wink at the camera earlier, Aiden, and that unsettled me.
Sal and Geneva. The executive division is set up like an office space. There's clear glass walls enclosing each separate office. It's very, very nice. They have the money for this. There are conference rooms you can see on either wall on the far ends of the division. It's conference rooms A and conference rooms B. You see there is an office in the back that says Ian Harper, CEO, on it. And then on either side, there's vice president and COO. And those are the only ones that really like grab your eye.
I'm gonna look at is the door to Ian Harper's office glass?
It is not glass.
Okay.
I like the way you're thinking.
Can I do an insight check to see how like breakable the door is?
So you immediately see it's locked without a needed roll, but you can try and make a check to see if you could possibly force this down. Ooh, okay.
That's a lot. Like insight, would that be? Or okay.
Or
Maybe investigation. Okay. That's not as good. That's 15.
You see this door, they have the money. This is an incredibly powerful lock. You would have to get some sort of key to unlock this.
Okay.
But you guys see there are conference rooms, the VP's office, and COO's office.
Can I use one of my magic awarenesses to see if there is any spell or magic item within 60 feet of me?
So
Wait, no, because it says that isn't behind total cover.
Okay.
I retract that.
You go to open your senses up, but you feel them close back down. Where are you guys going?
You want to see the conference room? See what they've been cooking?
Sure, yeah.
A or B?
Ooh.
Let's go B first. Let's be subversive.
Okay. I like that.
You guys move to conference room B. Make me an investigation check, whoever wants to make it.
I feel like I should.
I'll help you.
Okay.
I
at
have a
advantage.
-1 to investigation. So.
Oh, I'll do it.
At advantage, Geneva, from
Okay.
Sal's help. You guys are scouring the office.
Yeah.
It's.
Wait,
I mean,
I'll use
this
my
is a
Geneva.
regular weekday for them. I mean, it's April Fool's Day, but they're still just like, it's not destroyed.
Oh, no.
But oh no, what
Oh,
you
what
have?
happened?
It's a hot 7 with advantage.
Okay.
What's your passive investigation?
It's just 10 plus investigation?
Yeah.
11.
So you don't find a lot, but you do find one thing. I'll only give you this one. you find this memo discarded on the ground. Is
More
this the right
coffee
one?
stains.
More coffee.
I get the
stains.
coffee.
Love a
paper.
coffee stain.
Go ahead
he's
and
clumsy.
read that out real quick.
Okay. Okay. Boston Dynamics. Changing your idea of what robots can do. Relic stolen. Attention all staff. Yesterday, March 31st, 4 powerful relics vital to Project Transpose were, unfortunately, stolen. We have reported this theft to the Boston Police Department, but I ask as your CEO that you take matters into your own hands. These items are absolutely crucial to the success of this project. Therefore, until they are retrieved, overtime hours are cut effective immediately. If you know who is behind the theft, please contact me or any other member of the executive department. I also urge secrecy on this matter, as Project Transpose was to be announced publicly today, but now that announcement must be delayed. We must be vigilant and urgent in retrieving these items. If no one finds them, everyone suffers. Warmest regards, Ian Harper. He, him, his.
You know, one thing I can't stand, Gil very much excluded from this, rats. I can't, this guy with a gone to the Boston Police Department. What does he think he's doing, huh? You got a problem? Talk to me, okay? Okay, we can settle this.
You're moving through the
Yeah,
conference
I'm
room as you're
like-
talking about this. That's all you find in B.
Okay.
The conference room A is still available.
Yeah, let's,
You want to go into A?
I'll say you make a check for conference room A.
Okay.
Because Jack made the last check.
can I do it with advantage?
I'll say yes, make it advantage because Geneva is helping you here. You're going to want to beat a 15 if you can.
No, I don't. I do not do that.
An 11?
I do an 11, yeah.
Okay, so same thing. You won't get all of it, but I'll give you this. Another memo you find.
Okay.
Got a lot of memos today. Thank you to Peter Hendricks, our props master for the show.
Yeah. Boston Dynamics, changing your idea of what robots can do. Prepare for drop. Tomorrow on April Fool's Day, still don't know why Huffman made that call. The collaborative team between Boston Dynamics and MIT is set to reveal Project Transpose. See file 2.A16 for full report. As such, communications and vice president should prep for proper press release, and any final work from engineering should be finalized. Todd Noel, he, him, his, vice president of operations.
All right. You guys have moved to the conference rooms at this point. This is all you really find, but you see there is a door that is ajar, and it's the COO's office.
Should we go in?
Hey, I'm nosy.
It seems like Ian Harper has told his entire staff to hunt us for sport, but I'm okay with that if you're okay with
I am lovely with that.
Okay, beautiful. Let's go into this
You know,
office.
nothing makes me happier. Sal is fuming.
You see the rings are glowing. You move into the COO's office. It is, as opposed to these other very clean, very minimalist designs, completely cluttered. There's paper strewn about the floor, sticky notes all over the ground. There's a tornado through the place, basically. There are a few notable items. I'll say perception checks from whoever wants to make it this time.
Perception is one of my best.
Perception is also one of the.
Both of you can hit it if you want.
do it.
One of you can make. You can both make it without advantage, or one person can make it with advantage.
Want to do both without advantage?
Let's see what happens.
Shake it up.
Teamwork.
Yeah, shake it up.
Ooh,
That's bad. Geneva?
17.
And Sal?
okay, that was not good. That one.
Okay. You don't see a lot. But, Geneva, you see there is a computer that is on. There is a sticky note next to the computer that says all that matters. And then there are...
A sticky note on the computer.
Yeah. And then there are some items in the office. There's a signed Tom Brady football on the shelf. There's a solved Rubik's Cube. And there's a photo of the chief of staff's husband and children. Oh, the COO's husband and children.
Okay. Now can I do my magic awareness?
Yes. Nothing is magic in this room.
Beautiful.
Just gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
But you see there's a password lock on this computer.
Does the picture of his family have any names of the family on it?
No. The only thing that would have a name in this entire office is the football, which is signed by Tom Brady.
Can I put in TB12?
You put in TV12, ding! The computer unlocks, and you find a host of emails. One, right here.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
I like that the email's also
One right
covered
here.
in coffee.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was
Everything's
someone in
copied.
this party who knew anything about football.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're okay.
Boston Dynamics, changing your idea of what robots can do. Missing resources. Hey, gang, there's been a host of materials that have gone completely missing from the engineering division. Sheet metals, transistors. I think there's a screwdriver that's just gone too. Please return these to the third floor on myself as soon as possible. Thanks. Aaron Saunders, he, him, his, Vice President of Hardware Engineering.
And Geneva.
Yes. Draft to Ian Harper. Dear Mr. Harper, we regret to inform you that your employment with Boston Dynamics is being terminated, effective immediately. Your termination is the result of theft of resources, insubordination, negligence, and erratic behavior. On the basis of the above, you are hereby terminated and relieved of your services. Your final settlement will be cleared by management. You will hand over the company property to the HR department. We take this opportunity to thank you for your contribution to the company during the tenure time here with us and wish you luck on your future endeavors. Kindly acknowledge the same. Best, Boston Dynamics. Mark Reibert. He, him, his. Chief Executive Officer.
And what's the date on that memo on the bottom right?
Like a month ago. February 28th.
Just so you guys know, all the dates on these memos on the bottom right as well,
Okay.
if you want to track those. We're gonna
Are you guys sending us photos of these?
we're gonna cut now. We're gonna cut now to Oda and Gil on the engineering division. Oh, and the last thing you guys find, the code to the second floor elevator for the research division.
Slay.
You guys find the engineering division is a massive open floor of tables, stations, and equipment. On the back wall is a huge drawing pinned up of the original design for Project Transpose. You see prototypes all over the place. There's some that are apparently covered in lead, it looks like. There are some that are golden and square. There's one that's hundreds of feet tall, all prototyped. And most importantly, Oda, make me an investigation check. You make me a perception check, please.
I get my advantage.
Yeah, you do make your advantage.
14 perception.
I don't know if I can get much better than that. That's gonna be a
14?
23.
23? Ooh. What do you first then? You see a glass case in the center of the room. Stands untouched, empty. Marked Project Transpose Mark 5. You see desks all over the place. You're not really looking for much, but you do see one. They're all pretty cluttered with blueprints because work's being done to launch a product today, or was at least before before items being stolen. But you see one desk in the far, far back of the floor, empty, immaculately clean. The desk's name is removed as you move through it. We see Gil with your staff and with just a dozen rats behind you, walking through this empty, abandoned floor in the dark, emergency lights on. You see the desk names removed, presumably because they stopped working here. But papers are still strewn about, and there's a chair on the floor. There's also what you see with a 15, a set of keys with a note next to them, reading, "So you can understand, H."
Well, I'm gonna read all of that.
So the papers aren't much, but what you do see is a bunch of erratic drawings and workings. You see invoices for the sheet metal and transistors that we know that was stolen, thanks to you guys, but you don't know that. You see drawings of what looks like a small, like a minuscule microchip, and then drawings and drawings and drawings and drawings and equations and work and math, and so much you see nothing on this desk about transpose, which is insane because the entire office is working on this one project, but you see this desk working on this microchip. And we're gonna cut back now to research. As you two cross through this corridor, there's labs everywhere. It's a more clinical office space. It's fully been converted into a research site for transpose. It's the biggest thing Dynamics have been working on. You see, as you're moving through, a large lab marked Arcane Extraction and Repurposement. Make me an investigation check, both of you. Sorry, a lot of checks this time. And I'll say with pass without trace, because your passive stealth is so high, I won't require you to keep making checks for this. Just know there are guards moving around the space constantly.
Oh, okay, got it.
You're not just moving through an abandoned extra.
Okay.
14.
14?
Investigation.
11.
You see 5 pedestals empty. Glass shattered around them. Caution tape strung about the lab. It's clearly a crime scene. You guys find a couple more memos. On an 11, you find this.
Boston.
My last memo. You first, please.
Project Transpose. Summary. We know there are worlds beyond ours. Project Transpose is meant to give us access to those. It is a trans-dimensional gateway powered by pure arcane energy. Originally, before we gained access to such an energy source, Transpose ran on nuclear power. Now that we have the relics, we can utilize those. With the right tweaking and further experimentation, a permanent rift between our world and another is within reach. Boston Dynamics.
And Geneva, please.
Yes. Project Transpose Test 2.12. We've run the first test. Nuclear power is exhaustive and wasteful, but it's the best chance we have at getting Transpose working until we access an alternative power source. However, until an alternative power source is discovered, each test will get riskier and riskier. If we can isolate some of the energy from an alternate world, maybe that energy can power Transpose. Maybe. Science is, after all, built on maybes. Josephine Diamante? President of Hardware Engineering. She, they.
I did actually find names of Boston Dynamics people and put them on these memos.
Is that libel?
Oops, we did a libel. That's the subtitle for this season.
Beautiful.
Gil and Oda, you guys are on engineering still. You have this key marked so you can understand H. Where are you going with that?
See any doors marked H?
Can I make an investigation check?
I won't force you to roll for this. With your investigation already high enough as it is,
Yeah.
you don't see any doors on this floor. The only place you could think there would be doors would be either research or
Do I see like any cases that look like they would have like? Because you said I saw an
That would
empty
unlock.
case. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no like cases that or doors that are locked here.
Okay.
It looks like this might be like an office door.
Okay. So we'll. I'll just pocket that.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
And are you guys working your way back down?
I'm noticing that it's I guess to Gil.
Yeah.
This case is marked number 5, and what we know is we have 4 items.
Oh my god.
Where's a 5th item?
Maybe they lost that one too.
You guys are both so smart, and this is so the wrong conclusion to draw. There is not a 5th item. Do not worry.
What's from the case? It was marked number
I
5.
have a project transpose. You don't know if these items are project transpose or there's a different thing entirely that is the portal they're working.
Okay.
You
So
just
they're-
know that something was stolen from this place.
Because also 5, it was just like the 5th iteration of the thing. right?
Precisely. A mark means it's the 5th iteration of something when you're developing something.
I know that from Iron Man.
I also know that from Iron Man.
I forgot about Iron Man.
Imperfection. Don't forget about Iron Man.
Where do we want to go now? Where do we want to go?
We should probably meet the others because I bet they haven't found anything. And we've got a pretty big clue with this key that we don't know what it goes to. So I kind of want to rub it in their face that we're killing it. So
You know, any time to prove how smart I am, I'll take it. So let's head downstairs.
You guys start moving downstairs, and I'm just gonna make a flat luck check here. Okay, you guys run into Geneva and Sal without much trouble. On the stairs between research to the 2nd floor and executive.
We have a key.
we have a key.
We have a lot of classified documents.
That's way more.
Do I still smell
interesting.
like cigarettes?
Yeah.
Swirling vortex miasma of ash just around you.
It's helping.
There's like leaves,
Okay.
there's dirt in there.
It's basically
cleansing.
incense if you
Gil,
think
this
about it.
is really gross, but thank you. Yeah, what have we learned? The Project Transpose used to run on nuclear power, and then they were like, we're gonna do the nuclear bomb. And so they stopped running it on nuclear power. I don't think that's what they actually said, but along those lines.
There's a
Ian
bunch of-
Harper was going to be fired on February 28th, and then they never sent the email.
Oh. That's a
Now he's
bummer.
in charge,
thinks-
right?
Now he's in
Of the
charge.
shade.
How do you
Wait.
swing that?
I
They
know.
never sent the email.
They never sent the email. It's a draft.
Listen,
How? Like, where'd you find it?
We broke into the COO's computer.
Does it look
Did
like
we
that
ever get
person's
the
been
name of
there
the
for a
CEO?
while?
The CEO has a name on there, I think, on the draft.
Yes.
Like, did it look?
Mark
did,
Reiber.
Did the office look lived in?
Yeah.
Semi like recent?
Like a photo.
Wait a minute.
There's a football.
You said his name was Mark?
Yes.
Like Mark 5?
There are 5 marks.
You have to kill all the marks. It's a 9-episode season where you kill all the marks. Okay.
I think there was some level of shadiness going on. I mean, I think we know Ian is not one to be trusted. I think he did something to finesse this guy, Mark, all right?
Yeah.
And I think there's also some stuff that was stolen.
I'll say Gil.
sheet metal.
You also have the memos that you found on that empty desk that were the ones that were for the microchip. I will say you have those.
Gotcha. Some sheet metal, some transistors, a screwdriver. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Also, Boston Dynamics staff has been told to look everywhere and do everything to try to get 4 items back. I'm assuming they're the items we're holding.
Yeah, so we're being hunted?
Yeah, we are being hunted by a bunch of tech people.
In there.
So have I.
Been there.
I'm choosing not to interrogate that.
Why'd I say that?
Sorry, guys.
It's been a long day.
Listen, half my job as a housewife is corporate espionage.
That's so true.
Anyway,
Corporate
feel like-
espionage?
I want the camera angle to zoom out on that line, and it's just in the middle of a floor, just swirling dust and dirt. It's just 4 people standing in this office building.
I don't know about you guys. I'm freaked out about that, but I want to know where this key goes really, really badly because I still think that we did something really awesome with this key that I think we need to put into a place.
Yeah.
We have some locked doors, didn't we?
Yes, you do.
Is
we
H
do have a
for
locked
Hopper?
door.
Does it have an H on it?
Well, yes.
Yeah,
It had an H?
Ian Hopper.
For
it could be
Harper?
H.
Oh.
Give it a
He's keeping
listen.
it simple,
That would
I
make
guess.
sense.
Yeah.
He and Harper.
Let's go there.
Okay.
Let's open up this door.
Let's go back upstairs.
Okay. Oh, you guys going downstairs to executive?
We go downstairs.
Got it. Yeah. You guys move on to the first floor. You see the door that you saw earlier that was locked heavily, marked Ian Harper. You take the key that says "so that you understand." You take it, rip the paper off. Gil, you. Door legs open.
Oh, yeah.
Darkness abounds in front of you. And that's where we'll break for our next time. And we'll be back soon with more.
Ah.
Ian Harper's office. Incredible. And welcome back. Thanks for joining us once again. We enter now into the office of Ian Harper. The door creaks open. Darkness floods out of the room. Guards, you see one guard turns with his flashlight on hearing that sound, sees nothing through darkness, shakes his head and moves away. But you all stealthily and quietly move into... And actually, I'm going to ask for one more group stealth check because you are interacting with the environment here, and this will dictate some stuff.
Is Pass Without Trace still up?
Pass Without Trace. Let's see, how long does Pass Without Trace
I think an hour.
I think an hour too. So I'm going to say yes until
Dirty
I find
20.
out. Dirty 20.
worse.
Beautiful.
Yeah, dirty 20 plus this past that
Plus
trace.
the 10. Pass Without Trace.
That's a nat 20, but with Pass Without Trace and stuff, 33.
Yeah, mine's
Lord in heaven.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 30, like a nat 20, yeah. The guy turns to look at you and goes, huh? And dust and dirt explodes into his face. And he falls onto the ground and starts shaking. And you've incapacitated one of the security guards. Congratulations.
It's beautiful. I got a 9.
Deathly afraid of dust.
You watched it happen.
Yeah.
He's allergic, yeah. Incredible. You guys move into Ian Harper's office. You see there's a desk.
Whoa.
No chair. No bookshelves, no nothing.
Is it a standing desk?
It's a standing desk, because of course it is.
I hate
It's
this
a
guy.
standing desk.
Every detail I learn about this man, I hate him more and more. I can't-
There's a standing desk, no chair, no bookshelves, no personal effects in this office, no nothing. Except on the desk are 6 voice recorders, neatly laid out, placed in order, with paper underneath them that's labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys look, and Oda with pass out tray still on. You did not see her move that far. She's immediately at the desk. And you reach up,
I went
press
to
it.
press number 1.
You don't press number 6? Okay.
In order.
God, if you guys had got to 6, my life would be over. Number 1. Beep. He left me. He left me, and Jared wants another prototype designed by tomorrow, and there's another text from Mom asking me to send money to Dad. It's not my fault he's sick. How am I supposed to cure cancer? How does he think I should do that? No matter what I do the wrong thing. I know I could be doing something right if someone just told me what the right thing was. Wait. Beep. This is gonna be the next.
Yeah.
These are the 5 marks, and then there's a bonus mark.
Yeah. The second voice. February 28th. I've completed construction of the program enabling rational foresight and exemplary consequences. Codename, perfect. On the nose, yeah, but hopefully I'm right. With this, it'll analyze everything I do, everything I've done, everything I could do, and give me the perfect outcome for any scenario. The right answer I've been missing. Engineering won't miss those materials, and they're too busy working on the stupid Project Transpose thing. This is it. Finally, everything will be fixed. Beep. And you see, Gil, as you're hearing this ring through, you look absentmindedly down at your hands, and you see on that memo you took from the desk at the top, PERFECT, the microchip.
This is the PERFECT he was talking about.
And February 28th is the day that email where they're firing him was written.
Yes, it is.
During the day of that recording.
And the last day of February.
Unless it's a leap year.
Unless it's a leap year.
Unless it's a leap year.
Is it a leap? Can we roll for
It's
leap year?
roll for leap year.
What about I
Roll a
need-
d4.
what about-
I don't know what that means.
Is a 7 a leap year?
Can I roll a d4? If it's a 4,
Sure.
then it's a leap year. Because
Go ahead.
that's
feels right,
it's
yeah.
every 4
If you
years.
hit a 4, the dates are changed.
It's a 4!
So the dates are changed for my campaign. Everything's ruined. Give me the memos back. Those are useless. The third voice recorder sits in front of you. You hear a different voice come out of this recorder, and it's the same voice, but this is more the voice that you heard in the office. You hear a man say, "My life is good. Luke came back, Dad's on his way to the best hospital money can buy, and my election race is going great. And Mark just stepped down as CEO, and rumor has it I'm the next candidate." You all get chills as you recognize that voice from the church. Thank you. Perfect. You have fixed me. You have fixed my life. And next up, CEO.
So he's got a microchip that gives him an evil laugh?
Hit the fourth one.
You hit the 4th one?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
you
I
beat me
think I'm
to
mad.
it.
Yeah.
This time, it's a fight.
Beep. The doctors called last night. Said he passed peacefully. Beep.
I didn't like that one as much.
No, that was pretty sad.
I don't understand. My life should be perfect. I'm perfect. How could this happen? Maybe I'm not the problem. Maybe I'm not the defect. Maybe I'm a perfect cog in a broken machine. Beep.
We got one more, right?
Let's all press it together.
Yeah. Hands in family.
Yeah, we get a shot of 4 fingers. Just kinda. The camaraderie, it's incredible. Good evening! If you're hearing this, then you followed my plan as I knew you would, and you've broken into my office, which is just, frankly, quite rude. Now, with all of this information that you have, I hope you see why this has to happen. Project Transpose can fix everything. It can bring a better, perfect world to meet ours. Nothing's ever gonna get fixed if the world isn't made right. And I'm the man to do that. I'm the only man to do that. No one, especially you four random, useless people, going to stand in my way. So, with that said, I'll see you in the new world. One I made perfect. And you guys hear as he says perfect, the 6 tape recorder ends, and a voice comes over the intercom. You hear a very robotic sounding voice go, initiate lockdown. Shutters, boom, 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 fall over every single window. Every light turns back on, deep red. And the voice recorder keeps going. And it says, oh, and you're not going anywhere. Come on, you really think I'd monologue at you like that and expect you to not come get me? You guys are predictable. Geneva, your news alerts are still on for Ian Harper. The press conference that he is impromptu holding in the Boston Common starts in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Don't do that.
Don't throw up.
It's a small room.
Put it
There are-
in a box soda.
There are 4 people and an incapacitated guard here.
At least open a drawer in the desk.
If you have to throw up,
Oh.
okay. I'm one of those people. If I see someone throw up, I gotta throw up. I just.
Anybody have a breath mint?
Yeah. Give you a stick of gum.
It's bedazzled.
I've got these 2 lollipop sticks. One of them tastes like root beer and the other one tastes like pineapple. I bet you wouldn't remember I had those.
I forgot about them. Yeah.
And then you wrote down
Do you
the
want-
flavors of them. I think now I've thrown up. I'm gonna run immediately to the door and try and open it.
It's shuttered down. This is a heavy security lockdown if something truly horrible was going on in Boston Dynamics.
Do I still have cell reception?
Yeah, you're getting cell reception perfectly.
Can I call my family?
Go ahead.
No.
You call Tony. Yeah. I'm gonna roll a luck check now. This is a very important check. I'm gonna say you want on a 10 he gets the call.
Yeah.
On a 15 he will come when he can. So 15 or higher, I'll come when he can basically. 10 or higher, he gets the call. Nat 20, he shows up immediately. Tony's just there in the neighborhood. Yeah. He's like air tagged you.
Yeah.
Anything below, he gets nothing. I'm gonna roll this with our cup. Cup. Okay.
Oh.
You get about 7 beeps. You get-
I'm going to cast Call Lightning on the lock.
Ooh.
Yas. I was looking for someone over the outside.
I was
Just
just gonna
blast it.
smash the door
do you
down.
want me? Do you want me to describe what this looks like, or do you want to handle this?
You go for it.
You spin your staff. You feel the rats are chittering around you, coming around, the swirling of the staff like a true tsunami, and you spin it up and slam it down on the ground. And this is, ooh, hold on, actually. Okay, you're trying to call lightning. Normally, this spell would fail if there's not a point in the air where the storm cloud can't appear. For instance, in a room that can't accommodate it. I'm gonna ask you to do this. This is the first of our homebrew rules that we're introducing that I run with as a DM. If you want to cast a spell, because I think they're fun, you can adjust and try to break some of the rules that are written with spells. You'll have to make a check for it. It'll be your wisdom against the spell level. So it's a DC 13. It's a pretty basic effect you're trying to manipulate, so it'll only be a 13, nothing more. You're rolling, what's your wisdom modifier?
+3.
+3. So you gotta hit a 10 or higher on this D20. And if you do that, you can break the lock.
Okay.
All right?
Come on.
2.
You go to throw this staff up in the air, and then you go to pull electricity from one of the nearby emergency lights and throw it down into the lock, and it sparks all over the staff, and you electrocute yourself a little bit, and your hair kind of poofs out a little bit, but you do not, unfortunately. I won't make you waste the spell slot, but you do. What's up?
I
Mm.
have a little bottle in my pocket.
Okay, what's in the bottle?
Acid splash.
On what? What are you acid splashing? The door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they keep like acid over electronics would not go well.
Yeah. So you see the door in front of you, Harper's office. They full like there are metal shutters over it, except for the electronic lock. Go ahead. It's a dexterity save for the object for acid splash, or is it a dex save or is it a Constitution saving throw? Let's see. I think because this is going to be the door, making it against it's a dex save, so it can't really. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me 2d6. You're adding your intelligence to this because you're. Oh no, you're not. So you're just rolling 2d6. I'm gonna say you have to hit a 10 to melt the lock.
Okay.
2d6.
Okay. I'm making this a fancy one.
And hold on. Do you have as an you're an artillerist, right?
Yes.
Does that? Let me see if something factors
Yeah, I'm
in for
looking
you.
through my
'Cause it
sheet
could be
right
very,
now,
very
see what I can
important.
find. There's so much on it.
When you cast an artificer spell, okay, you can add a d8 to this acid splash because of arcane firearm. So what does it look like as you summon this acid? You just have this, like, you pull out this vial of poisons and potions, basically.
What is it? I have like, this is, I don't know, jungle juice from.
You have like MIT parties jungle
Yeah.
juice that you've been saving for a special occasion, and it is purely you open it up and it's burning your hand.
Yeah, because engineers,
Jungle
it's
juice,
not
baby.
normal.
Oh yeah, you spin it in your hand.
So I get
it's like
2d6
swirling,
and
plus
a
a d8. You just gotta hit a 10 with 3 dice.
That's a 2.
Okay, the d6 again.
That's a 1.
Okay, 3. You gotta hit a 7 or an 8 on this d8. Come on.
Money, big money.
That's a d. That's a d12.
Oh,
The pyramids. There you
I'm
go.
really excited.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, run it again. Run it again. 7 or an 8.
8. 4.
Okay, you do not. You burn away some of this lock. I'll say it's easier for someone to burn this lock away next time, but you are still trapped in this room. Anyone else want to take? You want
Yeah.
to swing at the door? You said
Yeah,
earlier?
I'm pulling the pendant off.
You pull this for the first time. You pull the pendant off, and it just snaps off with a beautiful shink, and this expands. Pure magic explodes in this room. Massive, weighted, ruby-hilted great axe, mirrored head blades of the axe, and you see as you look in the mirror, it looks at you and goes, "That dress does work with that lipstick. Good job, girl." And you see a small logo that says Aphrodite on your mirror.
She's so nice. I'm gonna hit the door.
Make me an attack roll. I'll say make it an advantage because of Oda's incredible acid splash.
I also.
Well, 17.
That hits a door, yeah. Okay. So, it's a d12, it's a +2, you're not raging, so it's your strength +2, which is, I believe, +6.
Yes.
So, I'm going to say, with the remaining hit points, you did how much damage? You did a 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah.
So, you need to deal, just go ahead and roll. We'll see what happens.
+6?
Yeah.
8.
Okay, that is actually great. It is high enough that you slam your axe through, just like with a finesse that you didn't realize you had for a great axe. Slam it through, the like ping shings off, and the door slams open. Not enough damage that you will alert any guards.
Oh.
If you had rolled anywhere above a 12, you would have fully alerted the guards.
Beautiful.
Pass Out Trace is still active. You are standing here. You see shutters again. Guards alert everywhere, running around. But your Pass Out Trace is still running, so you can still try and outmaneuver them.
Can I? Is the shutters for like the outside of the building as
Yeah.
well? The incapacitated guard in the room. Can I like talk to him?
He's on the ground. Oh man, what the heck was that? I've worked here for 20 years and I've never seen something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him by the like collar.
Whoa!
And like cover his mouth.
Is like the smoke.
The smoke and the
leaving him out
dust
right
is
now?
just.
Can I stand behind Sal with my axe to further intimidate him?
I can't see, but I feel intimidated.
Can I use my wicked knuckles to make an offer that he can't refuse?
Absolutely. As you look at him, what do you say?
I'm gonna make you an offer, right?
Okay.
Listen, you do what I say, and I won't destroy you and beat you to a pulp. How about that?
God in heaven. Okay, we're gonna make a charisma check for this guard, and we're gonna make it versus your This is intimidation, correct?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what you have to beat in a second.
Okay.
You have to beat a charisma. You just have to beat. Gotta be an 18. You have advantage on charisma checks with the knuckles.
Okay.
So you're rolling at advantage, plus intimidation.
I beat it.
Roll again. See if you crit. Roll again.
Oh yeah.
See if you crit. Okay, not at all.
It was 6.
24. You see, he's holding pretty strong. He's not as intimidated as he might be because he literally is blinded to this. But you hold him. He feels clenching fist around, like close to his throat, and he goes, "Okay, I see what's happening here. I will. What can I do for you?"
Listen, all right. All we're asking for is a little escort out the building. Hey, do your
okay.
job, okay? You're
I
retired
can't.
here.
There's no way to get out of the building at this point. The lockdown's gonna last for an hour.
You better figure out a way because it's your ass, buddy.
Huh? Yeah, I do like that. I do like my ass. Okay.
Just okay.
Oh my god, such a mean. Okay. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check for this guard to see if he can figure out a way out of the building. Because I know, but he might not. Okay. He says, I don't work here, man. The voice has changed. I like it so. I don't work here, man. I listen. I'm just a part of the night crew. There is. Okay, one of my friends works here. A guy in engineering, and he says they're working on something that can like get you out of places and move you places. Maybe you could try there's like prototypes on the 3rd floor. That might work.
The snow globes. They can take us to a winter wonderland.
We need to get to the common.
No way. I mean, the common. I know it's April, but the common in December. It really is a winter wonderland.
And when they put the skating rink out.
Oh my gosh.
It's wonderful. That's not why we're here. Shut up.
It's the transpose. That's what it is.
So what we're gonna do?
Like,
I'm gonna keep holding this guy and be like, so we're going to the 3rd floor. We're gonna try and get out of here.
Yeah, we can go.
Might as well.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
His head spins. He's out of conscious. Yeah, you guys begin to move to the 3rd floor. I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna say because they're on high alert now, a regular stealth check won't cut it. I need someone to make some move that'll help you move through the space. You have an idea of what to do, and I need to know how to get there.
What? Can I like make a perception?
I
check to
could, in
see-
theory, if we wanted, could cast enhance ability and give us advantage on dexterity saving throws. I mean, not dexterity.
Dexterity checks
Yeah, dexterity checks. Just
to give the advantage on stealth
Yeah.
further. You have to do that.
Oh, I could cast divination. I could just ask God what's gonna happen.
Okay, let's.
I kind of want to see where that goes.
Let's first Sal, roll a perception check into your
Interested
backup
in the,
plan.
in the god angle now.
Yeah, we're doing a hard cleric pivot.
I have proficiency with deception.
Perception, you might. Is it on your?
That-
Is it bubbled in on your skill?
Yeah. Does it mean I have advantage?
No, just gives you your extra bonus.
Okay. That's okay then. That's 11.
You look around, you get the sense that these guards are already on high alert. You might be able to cause like a distraction in a different part of the building. You might be able to pass yourselves off as guards, maybe. Some classic like heist maneuvers. You also know that these prototypes, while they are still prototypes and they're not super like impressive and they're dangerous because they're portals basically. They're also, from what you saw with the memos that Gil gave you, they act fast. So if you just got there, you might be able to, you might sustain some damage. You're able to get there and just move. But I want to come to that after we see Gil talk to God.
Yes.
Gil,
okay.
talk to God.
This is fully crazy. This normally doesn't require a roll. It's just an action that puts you into contact with a god. But I'm going to ask you this. What are you trying to contact? Are you trying to ask the universe, or are you trying to ask, like...
Yeah, I guess the universe. Gil's not really an ascriber to anything in particular.
Of course.
He's just like, something's out there, I know it.
Just DMT figures.
He's just like, he's like trying to see into the future, because he doesn't know what the magic can do. So far, it's made rats and smoke.
Yeah. This is like this is more of
little bit
a
of spark.
foresight thing than like
Yeah.
an asking. Okay. So I guess normally the spell goes, you ask a single question concerning a specific goal. Do you want your question to be like, what's going to happen if you use the portals, or what can this magic do?
Oh, I hadn't
Or
considered
how do we get out of
those
here?
things. Yeah, how do we get out of here? What's the
Okay.
best way to get out of here?
Okay. Gil, you focus your mind and you think. How do we get out of here? Someone please, if there's anyone out there. You open your eyes, you are in a nebulous space. Stars, as far as the eye can see, you are floating in ether. You see, like, in the foreground, 30 feet away, a bundle of rats just floating away, going just like chittering away. And you look up, and you see something massive, huge teeth, huge body, skinny head, huge tail. You see a massive rat look at you and go, oh.
I'm gonna back.
My child, come closer. And you
Papa?
feel a tail wrap around your stomach and pull you toward him. And he says, Gil Darby Landon. Welcome to the ether. I am the Rat King.
You're beautiful.
Thank you, my child.
What's your name?
Okay, this is how it, okay. I'm the Rat King.
Oh, okay. Thought it was like a title, whatever.
I'm the Rat King. You ask me a question, you child of nature, purveyor of the common and protector of my children, the rats. Hello, children. And they all go, Father! And swirling away in the ether. And you look at the Rat King, and he says, "You bring me this question, and I would love to answer for you. But first, I must ask you this: the Rat King does not give away things for free, my child. He must ask something in return. What would you ask? What would you give to me as a gift, so I could bestow upon you this knowledge?"
I've got 2 lollipop sticks. One of them's root beer, one of them's pineapple. I forgot which is which.
Whoa. That's good. That pineapple and root beer?
Yeah, I tried them together. It's not good.
It's not
Better
good. You'd think
separate.
it'd be incredible. All right. Well, I'll take the pineapple. Yeah.
Yes.
You hold it up to him, this infinitesimally small lollipop stick compared to this truly eldritch being you've seen, and he plucks it from you with a little finger and takes it and puts it into his mouth, and he says, "Oh yes, that's." Children, you want some of this? And they go, "Butter!" And he just flicks hundreds of popsicle sticks toward them, or lollipop sticks, and they all. And you now are surrounded by a cloud of hundreds of rats with lollipop sticks in their mouths. And the Rat King goes, "Thank you for this precious gift, Phil Darby Landon. I will now give you the information you seek. You wish to escape this, how you say, hellhole?"
Yes. More than anything.
Wow, that's a. Priorities are weird, all right?
Oh, except for Big Tree. Hold on. Wait.
Oh.
Oh.
Question.
Did I already use all my wishes?
No, you could perhaps give me another gift.
I have the root beer stick.
I don't like root beer. All right?
I have nothing else written in my inventory.
You have
I
nothing
can make
else in
good berries. Would you like a good berry?
What is a good berry?
I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm new to magic, but I cast good berry.
You reach in your pocket and you find 10 good berries. And there's like these pink and purple small marble-like fruits, and you hold them in your hands, and you hold them up to him, and he says, magical berry. Interesting.
Just like my mom used to make. I'm trying to schmooze him.
Make me a charisma check. I'll say persuasion on
What
this.
are we seeing on the outside?
You're seeing him. He's fully like Stranger Things 30 feet in. He's shaking. His smoke is pouring out of his mouth. The rats are swirling in a vortex around him. It is terrifying. And then we jump cut back to him just calm in the ether.
I think I'm
What's he
looking at
doing
that.
with
Where- I'm not concerned.
Launch him out every day.
That's a 16 persuasion.
And he takes the good berry and he says,
Good, right?
"This is the most beautiful and delicious nectar I've ever received from a mortal.
I think you get a couple hit points back too.
I received 1 hit point." Wow. I've never received a hit point before. I feel vivacious. I feel powerful. You see the rat grows a little bit inside. Thank you, Gildarby Landon, for this gift. I will now bestow upon you 2 informations. The first information. To escape, there are some different things you can do. You could use the prototypes of that project thingy-majug that your friends want to use. You could use perhaps some combination of your partners in magic to break through the office, so that might not be discreet and that might have some problems. Or you could do something else insane. I don't know. I'm not sure. Dad, do what you want. The second thing, big tree.
Big tree.
Big tree. All the rats go, big tree. Big tree. Big tree has sheltered many of my kind for generations. It is so powerful in its solitude and its warmth. Kill Ian Harper. He wants the big tree gone. We rats will feast on his corpse.
Anything for you, my lord.
You close your eyes and you feel a very tender rat kiss as he just leans toward him. And as he kisses you, you are back in the office. You fall 30 feet. You take, you take 10 points of falling damage as you hit the ground. You can eat the other 9 good berries if you want.
Yeah.
There's berries in your mouth, rats around you chittering, and you're back in the office.
What happened to you?
Yeah,
This
you
really
want to explain that at least a little bit?
Okay, first of all, they're good berries. You should have some sometimes. I just ate all of the ones I have right now, but I'll make more later probably. I spoke to the Rat King. He said we have to kill Ian Harper. Also, we could take the teleporter to save Big Tree.
Okay.
That
Teleport. Rat King.
Yeah.
I say we run upstairs.
Okay.
Space.
I think that's where all that is, and then we'll talk about Big Tree and murder.
Rat
The Rat King.
Here's what I'm gonna say, because I just love the scene that just happened. Make me just roll me a d20. You rolled. What'd you hit?
12.
Okay. We're gonna add your charisma to that. What's your charisma?
Plus 1.
Plus 1, 12 or 13.
Yeah.
13 guards look up at you floating in Boston Dynamics, surrounded by a vortex of rats, scream, drop their weapons, and sprint away. Moving, they are not prepared for this. They were ready for like a break-in. This is magic. And again, as we learned from the other guy, they do not work here as a part of the facility. They're not used to magic right now. They're just regular people.
I see. So they're just like a hired.
Exactly. They're hired contracted security. Now there are still some on engineering, but the way there is clear.
Okay. Lovely. Okay. As much as I want to learn about the Soviet homicidal rat, let's go.
The choice to make him Russian was a choice I'm glad I made. You guys sprint through Boston Dynamics. You guys, it is truly incredible the powers you wield now. Oda, you're looking at these stairs and noticing which ones are a little bit slippier and which ones will help you up, and you're like moving with truly a foresight you didn't know you had.
Like
just
moving with the world.
Moving with, exactly. You're moving with the perfect stairs. You recognize every possible thing that go wrong, and you avoid it. Sal, you are just leaps and bounds quicker than you have been in your old age. These rings on your fingers, you just feel the wind guide underneath you.
I have the bones of a 20-year-old.
Oh my god, it's incredible. Janita, you just bound with a feral, primal fury as you move through the stairs. But there is a grace about it that is it's like someone who's so beautiful they're scary. It's someone who is intimidatingly great, incredible. And you're just carried by a wave of rats. You're not even, I wouldn't even say you're moving with them. You're just like a full ragdoll as the rats carry you up the stairs. Just rats moving. All of them now refer to you as father. You see Chrysanthemum on your shoulder go, "You spoke with Rat King."
Wait, can I hear all of them all the time?
Yeah, you cannot. No one else can hear us, but you can.
Oh my god. I don't have anything else. Oh, Chris, Santa
And we enter the engineering division. There's about 7 or 8 guards on this floor patrolling with what look like flashlights on top of semi-automatic, like true weapons.
Okay.
They are. Ian Harper told them when he hired them to stop anyone breaking in, and they intend to do that. What you guys are still invisible thanks to Pass Without Trace. What do you guys do?
Can I make a check to see if I see a portal or I'd recognize something?
Perception check. Geneva, the news alert on your phone down to about 3 minutes.
Okay.
How many guards are in here?
7.
I don't think I'm gonna get better than that. That's a 22.
22? You are staring around this place, and you see there is a massive, huge portal all the way in the back. It looks like this was they were trying to compensate. You know that they were trying to use nuclear power in the beginning, and I'll say just with your high perception, you can put together the pieces. You think that they were trying to compensate for the power yield this thing would need to run by making it bigger. Trying to see if they had more mass, it would cut down on what they would actually need to fuel this thing. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it didn't work, but there's this huge portal in the far back of the room against the wall. A little bit like with a sheet hanging over it, partly a little bit decommissioned. But you get the sense, and I'm going to say actually, Geneva, if you want to use that magic awareness now.
Yes.
The axe pendant glows, and your eyes glow a kaleidoscope of colors. It's a pure rainbow. And as you look around, you see dead ahead, powerful magic still emanating from the back portal. And you guys have that information. Sal and Gil, do you guys want to do anything, any moves before we move to the portal? There are still 7 guards in the room, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You guys wanna
I
do
think
anything?
I'm just gonna see if there's a way through the guards without alerting them.
Yeah, make me a perception check. I like that.
Not great. That was a 10.
You don't see much, unfortunately.
Okay.
They are on heavy alert.
You guys feeling like a distraction is kind of the way to go?
Yeah, I also feel
We could
like
just try and run.
yeah, and I feel like I can I can kick ass now. More so than I already could. So I feel like if we need to fight people,
Listen, I'm not afraid to take someone. Okay.
Yeah.
We can do that.
cause that's your career.
Yeah. If you want to do that, we can do that. Okay. Don't worry about it.
I say we run for it, and if anyone tries to fight us, we fight them.
You sock 'em silly. Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hate that.
Okay. Are you guys just gonna move through as
Yeah.
fast as you can?
I think
Yeah.
we're just gonna make haste.
All right. I'm not gonna make you guys roll initiative, but I'm gonna make you guys do this. Roll me an initiative check, and we're gonna see who gets to the portal before these guys go. All right. And I'll say
Do I get to still add my intelligence modifier to my intelligence roll?
do
My
your initiative roll. Absolutely.
18.
18.
Uno.
18.
Oh.
18.
17.
17. I'm gonna roll here. I'm gonna say. All right. So you have a surprise round because they don't know you're there. So you can sprint through this facility. You're running through. You hear one of the guys go, "Hey, look over there!" And they turn all their lights on you and go to begin firing. That you are quick and nimble. You guys make it to the portal uninjured, except for Gil, who is running through and stumbles on a paper shown about the engineering department. Stumbles a little bit. These guys go first. They're gonna make attack rolls on you.
Yeah.
So.
Once we exit the portal, can we try and destroy it?
So you guys aren't through the portal yet.
Okay.
You guys are at the portal. It's not
Okay.
activated.
I see.
So Oda, if you want to, while I'm doing this, make some kind of technology check to try and activate this portal.
Yeah, I will.
And I'll say you have expertise in this because it's a tool. So you'll roll intelligence plus proficiency, and so 6 plus intelligence.
Wait.
Oh no, sorry. Actually 8 plus intelligence.
That's gonna be a math 13.
Okay, got it. What's your AC, Gil?
Do I have to roll with advantage?
13.
No.
13.
Yeah.
Okay. Gil, you're gonna take 11 plus. You take 25 points of piercing damage as truly you feel a bullet enter into your leg.
Oh.
You feel a shot hit you. Oda, with what'd you roll again? Just to be clear.
A 13.
A 13. What
Yeah.
you rolled? What'd you roll on the die?
5.
Do you want to add Flash of Genius to this? That can give you a +5 on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Got it.
Because I get 3 per long.
You get
long rest.
intelligence modifier per long rest. So what's your intelligence modifier? 4. So you get 4 per long rest. So you burn a.
I'll take one.
So that's an 18 now.
Right.
You recognize some of this. This is practical engineering. This is what you've been studying to do. You move to the portal and you're inputting things on the panel as fast as you can, doing equations that would take engineers days to do in minutes. You are speeding through. The glasses help. You can recognize now. You feel smarter with these glasses, but it's not like it's more knowledge. It's quicker knowledge, and you're just going through. Your processing power is increased. You are moving
I'm a
through.
computer.
You are a computer, and you are
Yes,
moving through,
sir,
typing
yes.
into this panel. You input coordinates for the Boston Common. Hit enter. Portal swirls with purple and orange and blues and golds, beautiful colors in this portal. You see a massive, almost like a bubble, just like a opalescent sheen all through this metal. And just describe what it looks like actually. It is like a ring of metal around, kind of opening like a globe, and then there's a base here of metal and silver and chrome with arcane runes and sigils you don't recognize, but you know they are powerful magic. And you see on this prototype 4 indentations for rings, glasses, a walking stick, and a necklace. And you have this portal open.
Who needs MIT when I have me?
Am I me?
Guys.
kid's a whiz.
But then I'm looking back at Gil because I was distracted.
Gil, you are hustling with them. The rats kind of help you along. Master! They go sway. You drop to one knee with a bullet in your leg, and the rats come upon your leg like a full cast, and you can just walk with them basically,
That's
Excellent.
awesome.
like an exoskeleton. Yeah,
Yes.
you're Pacific Rat right now, basically. As you're moving through this space. A lot of good puns this season, guys. A lot of good puns. You catch up with everyone else, and you guys want to move through the portal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a little cinematic here.
Beautiful.
There is a side shot of this massive engineering division, tables, desks, floors. We see the huge portal on the left frame open. 4 figures sprinting through, one buoyed by a bunch of rats, one with an axe on her shoulder, running with it. You're fully slicing bullets away as you move. You are at the portal doing configurations. Sal, you move through with a speed. You're parkouring off desks. You lock eyes with one guard and mean mug him, and he falls over. And we see you guys moving through at the same time as a truly bevy of guards, dozens of guards are now guns drawn, firing at you. A bullet shoots, going right for your head, Oda, and you dive through at the last second and through the portal. And I'm gonna describe what you guys see now.
Does the bullet go through the portal?
The bullet does not go through the portal.
Oh.
The portal, as you move through it, the person who activated it, the last person, it shuts off. I'm gonna describe what you guys see now. Truly millions of worlds. You are falling in space, but you are climbing at the same time. You are ascending through dozens of layers of material and physical and spiritual. You see massive towering mountains as far as you can see. You see, and there's a blink and it's gone, and there's volcanoes and lava pouring through this acrid smoke, red air beating down on you. You see beings made of pure fire down below in a city of brass and steel. You see there's another sling and you're gone, and suddenly you are in a fantastical countryside, and you see a castle far off where it looks like a wedding is taking place, and there's a prince and a princess standing there getting ready to be engaged to each other, and there's another flash, and a flash, and a flash, and a flash, and a flash, and it's faster than you can process, and you see it all happening, and so you remember every single second of it. Frames of a camera moving through your mind, and then suddenly you are standing. A little nauseous, a little bit of vertigo.
I need Tylenol.
You are standing at the corner of Boylston and Tremont, directly in front of the Boston Common.
I don't think there's any time to process that we just saw maybe everything that ever will and could be.
Sal, your call goes through to Tony, and you feel a text on your phone. You see a text on your phone that says, "Just got it. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna find him on the way."
Say less.
Does anyone want to make any moves before you move into the common?
I throw up.
You
I hand you
you
another
throw
stick
up
of gum.
Another stick of gum. You guys see journalists moving into the common. You see people milling about. You see down toward the gazebo. There's a lot of commotion.
Think
Stand up in
we-
the park.
Terrible plug. That's cut from the episode.
Did anybody else get shot?
No,
You guys all good?
I'm all right.
Okay.
You were shot?
You all right?
Yeah, in the leg, but the rats.
I go over to Gil and never mind. I thought I had something that would help.
Cure
No, I do. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong spell. Yeah, I'm gonna cure your wounds.
Thank God.
Okay. What level are you casting this in?
Sorry, first.
Roll me a d8, add your intelligence, and you don't get the d8 bonus because it's not damage roll. I don't believe. I think that's only alchemists get
D8
that.
was what?
D8 plus your intelligence modifier, so a d8 plus 4.
You get 11.
Wow, 11 hit points back to Gil. That's huge. All right, you feel you kind of mend. You place like a salve on his
Like a
leg.
Hunger Games
Like
moment.
exactly. You place a salve, but you see as you place it, it kind of hums blue, and then it kind of mends to his leg, almost like nanobots, just like pure like mending back his skin. Geneva.
Yes. I'm gonna go up to Oda and give her like a really ginger tap on the shoulder where Geneva's like, I don't want to be touching you, but it seems like you need some comfort right now. And is like, we're gonna destroy that man. And I'm gonna use bolstering magic.
Ooh.
And I don't have a D3.
Roll me a d6.
Cool.
We'll say 1, 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2.
Okay, so it's 2. So you regain 1 expended spell slot, the level of which equals the number rolled or lower.
Free cure wounds. Back to you.
Yes.
Incredible. You feel pure arcane power surge through your body, and you guys look around at each other, and in this moment of kindness, you heal Gil from this gunshot wound, and Geneva, you go over to Oda and encourage her there. Sal, you're looking out at these people. You recognize that you all, in a very short time, even though you knew each other, have come together in a very petty common goal, but a common goal nonetheless, and that's to kick that man's butt. And you guys feel a surge of determination as you hear a laugh in the gazebo.
I think right before we start heading off, I'm just gonna look at a screensaver of my husband and kids and be like, okay.
I'm gonna text my wife and go, don't go to the press conference.
You guys are running through the press conference. You get a text back that says, Babe, I'm already here. People sprinting through the gazebo past you. You're swimming upstream like salmon. And you hit the gazebo and you see Project Transpose, a small snow globe, base of metal in chrome and silver, arc of metal around it, held in the hand of Ian Harper, dressed to the nines for a press conference, but a press conference where he's revealing something that no one else will be able to see. You see, he laughs. You hear the end of that laugh. He presses a button on it. Boom! Fire explodes from the portal from the gazebo. Those same golds and purples and oranges and like a truly supernova of light rocks Boston. You all are suddenly alone, standing at the pavilion in the center of the Boston Common. Ian laughs, turns, locks eyes with you four, and then points his finger, and something, no, multiple somethings, begin to emerge from this other world. And with that,
Damn it.
as our players rush to the Boston Common to stop the evil Ian Harper from opening a portal to another world and taking it over, Oda, Sal, Gil, and Geneva rush, now a team, to put an end to the man who has really ruined their lives, for better or for worse. And that's going to be the end of our episode. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Aiden Owen. Please follow us on Instagram at HitPoint Hall, and join us for our next and final episode as we engage in pitched combat in the Boston Common. Thanks for joining us, guys. Things are gonna get crazy.
So scary.